Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the T's in my lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. I give a stretch. Okay. All right. Welcome to untilit.works. A thing I made mostly to work on projects that I want to work on. So it's a thing mostly for myself. So the new thing I'm working on. All right. So I bought this light. I have a shed that I got. It's going to be like a workshop. And so I bought this light, and it has this adapter thing so I can plug it in, right? So there's this thing. Cool. So I wanted, my shed is like unfinished, so I'm not going to put a roof, like a ceiling. There's a roof, but I'm not going to put like a ceiling or like actual like walls in it. I'm just going to leave it bare bones. And so I needed to figure out a way to be able to hang this light from like the rafters, from the cross beams at the top, right? So my first go around was starting with this. And this was just like, all right, let me just see if I can get something working. So this would go into here, you know what I'm saying? And I have this part here for this thing here. This is really a lot to hold. All right, so that would go into there, right? Kind of like that. Okay. Now, what I've been working on. So that one, the printer kind of failed because the thing that's supposed to go over the rafter, the cross beam, when it was printing, it fell over because it was unstable or whatever. So I've been working on a new version, and I wanted to kind of show that before we go into what this whole thing is. So this is, so I basically do, oh, whoa, that's weird. Oh, okay. It did not like that at all. I was trying to pull up the, here we go. Okay. Trying to pull up the project. Okay. So from that big thing, right, to, let me share my screen. And my computer is, the fans are going wild. That's awesome. Let's go with window. Let's go with this bamboo joint, Bamboo Studio, and share this. Now, hopefully it doesn't freeze up too much. So this is what I have now. So the cross beam goes in between here, right? So now this is multiple pieces, like 3 different pieces. And then I would hang the light from here. There's like little notches in there. So I figured instead of going the whole thing, there's like these little notches that I could probably put those things through and hang it up right there. And so that's the plan. So, oh, I totally just moved it. All right. So yeah, so you kind of see it. So I have like some notches in here. So you can see there. And there's also some in the front. You probably can't see because it's all like the same color. And then on top of the cross beam will sit the plug adapter thing there. So yeah, so it's ready. I'm going to put it actually on the plate, but that's how it looks assembled. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go and put everything on the plate. But yeah, that is, oh, and then I put like little, to help support the arms, I put some like little supports here. So that'll help, you know, distribute the weight, hopefully. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? And this really should take no time. It should be a lot less time to print. And yeah, and it should all fit on the bed and everything too. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on. Let me put this away. So I'm hoping to get the prototype printed, try it, and then if it works, print the rest and have light in my shed. Cool. I mean, there's windows and stuff now, but better lighting. Okay, cool. Got that. Great. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Let me stop screen share. Cool. All right, we're back. Now, let me talk about untilit.works. So untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions like 45 minutes, heads down, working on what you're working on, trying to make some progress like this prototype. Break sessions are these, where I'll pop up around 15 minutes after the hour to remind you to take a break. You've just been focusing for 45 minutes. Hey, it's time to take a break. Let your mind rest. get up, walk around, drink some water, sit here, watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. Whatever it is, just let your mind relax a little bit. You'll know, again, I'll pop up here that it's time to take a break. If you ever come to this site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen, and that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And that's why I have the notice there saying immediately click play to start the stream. Then open closed caption. There's a button next to that. If you click that button, a space will open up. And I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browser to turn my speech into text. So the space that shows up, the words I am saying will hopefully be transcribed accurately and placed in that space. Cool. Then there's two buttons below that. Don't worry about it. They're broken. I'll fix it at some point. And then below that, there's a countdown timer, countdown when the next work session will start. And if you'd like to join the room to chat or ask questions, feel free to do so. You can do that by clicking join the room. All right, cool. Now, let's talk about the work session. Will look like this. This one here. Now, if you notice in the upper right-hand corner, subscribe. It has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. Over on the left-hand side, we have the audio player. So if you want to listen to some tunes while you're working on what you're working on, you can do that. We have the to-do section here, where it says add a task, type in the task, hit enter, or the plus button, and it'll add to the list. You can click the text to edit it. You can click the X button to delete it. If you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. Now send it to done. And if you click the header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter, and it will pre-populate a tweet with all the things you got completed with like little check marks next to them. So kind of a nice way to, visually see, got some stuff done going into the week, feeling good, at least for me. Over here in the right column, we have a countdown timer, countdown when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you don't have a particular thing that you want to work on, but you heard that, web development sounds pretty cool and you don't know where to start. So I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me is that if you go through those, I believe at the end and you complete them, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing web development. Now, let's say you're already into web development and you're just looking for like quick projects to kind of, get the creative juices going, something that you can finish pretty quickly and maybe build on top of it, or, maybe spark an idea to create something new. I have 3 tutorials that link to the Vonage developer platform. Now, I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are to look after tutorials. So I have one where you follow the tutorial, you have this application as an input box and a call button. You put your phone number into the input box, hit call, and your real world phone will ring. And then you'll have a conversation back and forth. Then I have one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number. You connect that to your application that you create following that tutorial. And you can call from your real world phone, that virtual number. Your application will ring and you'll be able to answer and have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where 2 users log in to an application and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation back and forth. So those are there. Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that project. And don't worry about this highlight thing. Again, that's part of the whole broken thing that I'll get to at some point. Hako. Hako stands for help a coder/creator out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on whatever it is that you're working on, and maybe you want feedback or help, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people to join. And the hope is that collectively, together, you'll all be able to come up with the help or the feedback on the thing that you're working on. Now, when you click View Hako, it shows you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile to see whether or not you want to request to join the room. Then we've got, then we got a filter by keyword list. So you can go ahead and, my bad, I'm thinking about that, the model I just made. All right. So you can filter by different keyword lists. So if there's something specific you're looking for, maybe it's there and you can filter by that. And when you click create a Hako, you're presented with this form. You you got the title and 3 keywords. Put that in, hit create. It'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. Now, when you join your Hako, it looks like this. We got the title at the top. Over on the right-hand side, you can leave with the leave button. Open the menu for some more options. We got text chat to the right. Over on the left-hand side, we have a countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens, again, like 15 minutes after the hour. Then you can copy the URL again, and you can click to share to Twitter again. When someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They're actually requesting to join your room, so it'll show up under pending. You can click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether you'd like to approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. And again, the reason for the Hako is for you to be able to help with or feedback on a thing that you're working on. And I think by being able to show everyone else what it is that you're seeing and what you're working on, what you're running into, you'll be able to provide the context that will allow them to get you that help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. Helps everybody be on like the same plane. Now, the way you communicate through Hako is we have a text chat like I mentioned before. You put your message here towards the bottom, hit send, it'll add to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody has their audio chat enabled, we'll be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. Now, I have the opposite available where you can enable text to speech. So if you're not looking at the text chat, you can still follow along because what people are typing and putting in the message will be read out aloud by your browser. All right, cool. I think that's pretty much it. Again, you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created. And yeah, cool. So I'm going to go and fire up the printer and send these files. Well, I got to place the files first and then slice them, as they say. And hopefully there's no errors. Shouldn't be any errors because everything's pretty much flat. So everything should be good. And hopefully it doesn't take that long to print this prototype. There's some stuff I'm kind of worried about, some like spacing, because it's really tight. And so I kind of want it that way anyway, because I'm not really trying to use glue, but it's going to be a fit. So we shall see. I'm going to send y'all back to work. I'm going to hopefully get this thing printed. I just stopped the screen share, right? Yes, I did. Cool. Let me get y'all back to work. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you 15 minutes after the hour. We'll take a look at something I found interesting on the internet, or if you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. And yeah, y'all be, I wish you much productivity and y'all be safe. Thanks for hanging out. Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. Thank you. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell, and everybody says hell. We spread love like hell. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell, and everybody says hell.